Alrighty. What's going on, everybody? Sacred Eagle. So, the video for the Rams game that I made on Sunday didn't go through, so I just decided to leave the reaction video by itself. We all know what happened in the Rams game. This video today is about the Eagles and their playoff chances because they have just skyrocketed after Monday Night Football yesterday. And it's gotten me really hopeful, really pumped up. So let's talk about it. Yeah, as you can see, I got a paper because I'm going to explain a lot of things in this video. First and foremost, there are multiple ways the Eagles can get into the playoffs, whether it's clinching a wild card spot at seed 6, clinching the 4th seed by the Cowboys doing what they do best and choking and losing out while we hopefully win out, and of course taking seed 5. Now I want to talk about this because this is real interesting, especially because of what happened on Sunday. So on Sunday we saw the Cowboys get destroyed by the Saints 23-0. We saw the Eagles win 30-23 against the Rams, and sure, Cooper Kupp is injured, Todd Gurley's injured, but the Rams as a whole have been really good this year, almost always scoring 30 points, minus against the Bears and now against us. So it's very, very interesting to see how our defenses managed to stop the Rams, right? That's very good. We also saw the Redskins keep themselves alive by stealing a win against the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are just absolute trash this year. It's okay. And we saw the Vikings destroy the Dolphins. Now, this is the thing. The very last thing I'm about to talk about is something that I gotta keep in mind. I have to keep it in mind because it might not happen, but because of what happened on Sunday, it could. The Seattle Seahawks. They are now 8-6, holding that seed 5 spot, half a game ahead of the Vikings, 1 game ahead of us and the Washington Redskins. They lost to the 49ers. Remember that. They lost to the 49ers, and now they're going to play the Chiefs on Sunday Night Football. And the Chiefs are trying to keep their number 1 seed away from the Houston Texans, who we play. So we could do Andy Reid a favor. Andy Reid could do us a favor. If we both win, hey, that'd be pretty nice, right? Let's start off with the first possibility, which is most likely. The Vikings have to lose 1 of 2 games that they have left. They play the Lions at Detroit, then they play the Bears in Minnesota. The Bears have already beaten the Vikings, and by that point in time, the Bears, of course, they already clinched their division, so they're going to be playing for seed 2 because of our win against the Rams. They're a game behind the Rams. They're going to be trying to get that number 2 seed, from the Rams, so you can bet your bottom dollar that the Bears are going to be trying for the rest of the season, without a doubt. Now, if we win out, we'll take seed 6 from the Vikings, regardless of what happens with the Cowboys, regardless of what happens with the Seahawks. The next best thing, though, is for us to win out and the Cowboys to lose out. That's the second option. The Cowboys, they play the Buccaneers. Buccaneers have had a history this year of showing up in big-time games. They haven't won some of those games, like against the Steelers early on, but they've beaten a couple of teams in shocking ways. And they have always proven themselves to be, well, we know from experience, because we lost to them, a pain in the ass. They can beat almost anybody because that offense is really strong all around. Their defense is not that bad, but it's not that great. So, can they beat the Cowboys? Depends on how their offense shows up. If they can produce points, they can win. Then the Cowboys play the Giants at East Rutherford, New Jersey. So, what does that mean for Eli? Odell Beckham, hopefully, if he's healthy? Well, just destroy them offensively. That's it. Saquon Barkley's got to go off in that game. And that's, of course, if they lose to the Buccaneers. If the Giants can pull that off and we can win out, we'll take back the NFC East. That's highly unlikely in my opinion, though. I think we have a better chance of getting the wild card spot. And with this last option, possibility, not option, the Seahawks lost to the 49ers, right? They play the Chiefs. Then after that, they play the Arizona Cardinals. Now, the Arizona Cardinals, they're eliminated. We all know that. But hey, it's a divisional game. Bragging rights. That's the biggest thing. And it's always a personal game when it's a divisional game. You saw the 49ers. They played their hearts out. They beat the Seahawks. Cardinals can do the exact same after knocking Aaron Rodgers basically out of the playoffs. I know that's different scenario, different team, different struggles. I know, but still, I believe the Seahawks can lose out, we win out, we could take seed 5 without a doubt. Maybe that's seed 6, depending on how the Vikings go. We don't know what's going to happen. Who knows? Maybe all 3 of these teams will lose out. We'll win the division. The Cowboys get a 6th seed. Or somebody else sneaks up in there. We don't know what's going to happen. But in my opinion, with the way that this can go out, all the Eagles have to focus on is winning these next 2 games. The Vikings, I guarantee, will lose one of the 2. Either it's the Lions or the Bears. Most likely the Bears. The Cowboys, they can lose out, but I don't expect it. I don't expect it because they were playing with a lot of heart against us and that 5-game win streak that they had in general. And then they played they played the Colts. And sure, they didn't play well, obviously, but it looked like, I guess you could say, they didn't really care. But I doubt that that's the case. I doubt it 100%. They got blanked because they weren't good enough. So with that in mind, maybe they can lose out. And if we win out, we can take back to the division. And then the Seahawks, well, they got to lose out, we got to win out. All these scenarios all mean that we have to win out. It's going to be difficult playing Houston. I'm going to talk more about Houston in the upcoming videos because we got to deal with DeAndre Hopkins, J.J. Watt, and Deshaun Watson. Those are the 3 guys that you have to focus on the most. We already know that, but can they do it? Then again, the Texans, they were on like a 9-game win streak, and they lost the game. Now they're back on a win streak after barely outlasting the Jets on Saturday Night Football. So who knows what's going to happen? I think we can beat the Texans. I know for a fact we can beat the Redskins. We already did. So let's see what happens. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think the Eagles are going to make the playoffs? Because I have a lot of high hope right now, and I believe we can do it. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think Nick Foles, if we make the playoffs, will be the quarterback? Or do you think a healthy Carson Wentz will return in time for the playoffs in January? Let me know. That's all if we make it, of course. If. I hate using the word if, but it's a true what-if scenario right now that we're in. But hey, half a game out of a playoff spot. Half a game out of a playoff spot. We can do it. I believe. You guys should too. To all the crappy Eagle fans who don't believe or are just realists and just negative all the time, get out. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day, guys.